Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning, Asha. Just another 1 minute, guys. Then I will start the session. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. So in yesterday's session, we have seen how to create the application using the app creation wizard. So in that, we have covered creating application by entering the application name and all. There are a few more ways are there to create the application. One, we can install the gallery application, applications available within the gallery. Then we can copy the existing application as a duplicate. Then we will see all these details for the application. So when we create the application, there is something called application definition, like name, application alias, version, so application group. So we will see all these, and we will also try to change the details by enabling, disabling some properties. So first, I will just click create application. So before that, I have I will just log out and re-log in. So I just accessed the apex.oracle.com site, then clicked on sign in. Then it will take us to here. Then just click Oracle Apex. Then we just need to enter the username and password like workspace detail. So this workspace details we already know because yesterday we created. We will just click the enter the password. Then sign in. So here we can see some summary we have so far we have created 3 applications we are able to see here, and we have created one table. So we not created manually this table. So when while doing that Excel sheet to application electronics inventory, so it created the table. We can able to see that summary, and so far we have one developer in this workspace, so we are able to see that status. And top apps, so I have not used any application here, so there is no log for top applications. I will access the app builder so that we will see another 2 ways of creating the application. Just click create. Then we know what is this, this one I will just skip for some time, then later we will come back to this one. These two I will skip now. Then we will see browse apps in gallery and copy existing application. So when we click this browse apps in gallery, so it will go to uh, gallery tab. So here we are able to see all the some example applications developed by Oracle team. Then we can directly hit this install button, so that application will be installed in this workspace, and we are able to run and see the we can also do the modification. And here we have a tiny some button, and we have application details and more info. So if I just click application details, okay. So when we click application details, it will just open the pop-up, and here we are able to see some description about the application, what kind of application it is, and what is the use for this application. And here we are able to see uh, whether we need to install this application with original ID of the application ID what Oracle is created. And also we can just click here and we can enter our own application ID like this, so that the application ID will be overridden with user entered or developer entered application ID. Then we can, if we want to change the schema, we can just switch the schema from here, and when we hit install, it will be installed. I will not install now because it will confuse. Just we will know what we can do from here. Then we have a more info button. When we click this, it will go to Git repository, and here we are able to see its application code, like entire application. This application in Oracle Apex, it will be stored as a .sql file. So within this one file, we have entire application detail. Like so, I have just clicked more info for this Apex PWA reference application. Then if anyone has this .sql file for that, so they are able to install the entire application. But in some traditional way of application, some other application development framework, so we need to have, suppose assume that this application has 10 pages, so we need, there will be separate code for each 10 pages, so like that it will be. But here in this framework, so entire application, it will be stored within the single file, and its format is .sql. And here we have some other like supporting objects, like images, or if there is any external files, so those things will be stored separately. And also in this gif file, we can able to store the database objects like tables, views, some other things. So like this, we can just go browse the gallery application. So again, gallery applications are categorized into sample apps, starter apps, utilities. Then we have something called copy existing application. So as the name says, it is very easy. So we can easily identify that. So it will help us to copy the existing application within this workspace. So when I just click this, it will open another window or a page. Then here it will provide the option like copy from choose application. So in this drop down, we are able to see all the existing application in this workspace. So currently, how many applications we have within this workspace? We have 3 applications. So my first Apex application, then again we have same application with a different application ID. Then we have electronic device inventory, another application. So I can just choose the application for which I want a copy. Then it will take the same application name because we are doing a copy. So it will do exactly same naming convention and everything. But application ID, it will assign new application ID. Why? Because this application ID is a unique parameter in that table, like Apex underscore application table. So it will not, we are not able to create application with same application ID. Then here we have a copy supporting object definitions. So just keep it default only now, no need to select. So I will tell what is this supporting objects and all. So in overview, supporting objects definitions like, so while exporting the application, so what is export? Like assume that we this is the development environment, and assume that we have to move the application to a testing environment or a production environment. So in that case, we will just export the application. So while exporting, there is option we can add supporting objects, like within the application, we can add the installation script, table creation script, or data modification script. So those are called as a supporting objects. So if we enable this, so if there is any supporting objects stored within this application, so they also copy into this new application. I will just disable this. Then here we have a next button. So below we have a next button. Then when we click next, it will proceeding for the copy, and it will just show the overview. Here we know we are copying from this application, from application name, two application. This is the new application, and this is the application name. And here, whatever we chosen in the previous screen, it will show the overview. Then when we click create application, it will be created. So here if we want, we can able to change the application name. Like I will just change I will go back to previous screen, and I will change the application name. Only application name I will change, but look, UI and functionality I will keep the same, because here I don't have option to change the functionality. I'm just copying the application. Okay, so here we can notice the difference, the original application name and copy application name. Then just click create application, so that it will do the duplicate for the selected application. Yes, the application is created successfully. I will just go back to the app builder summary, so that we can see four applications are there in this workspace. So this is the original application, this is the copy application. We can see both are same. So again, there might be a question like, when we can copy this application. So what is the use when we copy this application? The use case is very simple. So assume that, so we are developing one application, and 50% of the functionalities are completed, and there is a new developer is joined, or assume that we are doing some critical task. In that case, so we will just copy the application as a backup. So anyway, we have separate backups here. All the application automatic backups will be created. Just for safer side, we will be just creating the copy, so that if any disaster happen, anything wrong happen, so we will just revert back the copied applications to original application. So for that, we will just copy the application. Then here I will take any one example application here. Then we will go in detail for the application definition. So I have clicked on application 44614. Then here we can able to see the details. We have 3 pages in this application. Then here we have before that, here we can see there are some buttons are there. So what is this button? Developer comment. So when we click this, so as a developer, we are able to do the comment for the some comments we can able to put here, so that other developers can see the comment and they can proceed with the task. So we can put the relevant pages, like this comment is for which page. So suppose assume that I will just add one comment here. So relevant pages, this comment is for page 1. Then I will just add a comment like, I am doing. So as a developer, I have just added one, enter the comment. Then when I click create, this comment will be stored, so that other developers, they can just view the comment, so that there is a better communication between the developers. Okay, the comment is stored. Then if I want to see that comment again, we can click here. Then we can go to view comment tab. Then we can see here already there is two comments are existed. Then we can see some details like comment is for which page, what is the comment, the date of created, developer, which developer created. And also here we have an option uh, for the modification of the comment. And also we can delete the comments using this. So we can just select delete all comments, and when we proceed with next, it will delete all the comments. And also we can able to delete comments created by developer. So here, as I am a admin, so I can able to delete other developer comment also. But if my role is just a developer, I'm able to delete the comments created by only myself. And here in the create comment tab, I have two buttons, create and create another. So what is the difference between this? So when I use this create button, so it will just create one comment and it will close this pop-up. So this one we call it as a pop-up. So it is created the comment and automatically closing the pop-up. But when I use create and create another, I am adding just another comment and I will hit create and create another button. So this time what happened? So it stored the comment, and here we can able to see the status message like comment is successfully created, and it didn't close the pop-up. So it is again it cleared the comment box, and we can able to add one more comment without re-navigating to this page. So that is the difference between create and create another. So here while developing real-time applications, so you can, if there is a requirement, like assume that you are developing one data entry form for employee or any other scenario. So if end user requested some features like this, so you will get some idea. Oh, we can for end user for making data entry easy. So we can provide two options, two buttons. So one is create and create another. Um, then if they want to create only one record, they can use this, and if they want to do multiple data entry, they can go with this, like this. So we can provide something similar to this in our real-time applications. So that is about developer comment. Then here we have something called find. So this is just a global search. So we are able to just search anything we wanted, like items, pages, queries, tables. So that button is for search. And we have something called here like triangle, circle, and square shape button. So this is called shared component. So here we can see everything related to the selected applications. So like application logic, security, other components, navigation, user interface. So using shared component, so we are able to configure all these details. Like here we have files and reports. So what is this files and reports? So we can able to store some external CSS files or some external icons, images. So it is like the folder where we will store icons, images, and any external CSS. So this is the place. So this shared component in real time, we will use most many of the times. So it is very easy to keep this shared component's name, remember. And also we can see here, we also have AI configuration for the application within the shared component. So we can access the share component by directly clicking this big button, and also we can just click here. So it will do the same navigation. Then here, so if I want to edit the page number one, so I can just click here. So it will go to the page. Then this one, just a run button. And here side we have some other buttons like delete application, copy application, and if I want to add any feature page. So again, what is the feature page? Yesterday we have seen like adding push notification page, adding log reporting page. So those so here I missed those pages. So if I want to add the push notification for this page, so I can just click here, and it will go to page creation wizard, and it will automatically navigate to feature tab. Then I can just click the push notification, and I can provide the page details and create. Okay. So this is about here. Then I will just navigate to edit application definition, and we will change the application properties one by one, and we will see the difference. Guys, for initial few days, I want to cover the base like properly. So then later it will be very easy. So that wise, I am going one by one, everything without missing. So, uh, so here we can able to rename the application. Suppose assume that we created the application, we provided the application name initially. Then if there is a requirement to change the application name, then how we can do? Just go to your application. Then, so this is the application. Then here we have edit application definition. Click that button. Then it will open the application definition page. So along with the definition, we have some other tabs also: security, globalization, user interface, progressive web app, and AI configuration. So here again we have separate tabs. So when a show all button is when the cursor is currently on show all tab, so it will show each individual tabs in single page. So if I want to see only name, I can just click here. So it will open only that tab. So when I click properties, it will show only that tab. So like that, it is designed. So in real time application, so we are able to same kind of look and feel we are able to develop in our application. So this application, whatever we are developing the applications, again, it is a Apex application because if you see here, so it has same concepts like it has application number. So this also has application number. It has application ID. We are developing a application using a application. So this again here, the app builder, what we are accessing, right? This is again a application, Oracle Apex application. Who developed this? Oracle team. So this time I will just, before that, let me run this application and we will see the differences. Okay. So this is the login page. We have the application name and logo, everything. I will just change this application name. I just entered some new name here to identify and just click apply changes. So we will see in which all places it will reflect. So one place we can notice here within the app builder. So it was showing the new name. So one thing it is reflected here. Then I will just refresh the end user application, the actual application. Is there any difference here? No, we are not able to see any difference for the end user when we change the application name. So that means this application name, it is only used for internal purpose, like for a developer perspective, and it will be used within the app builder. So for end user, it will not make any difference when we change the application. See here, it didn't change anything. So again, I will just click here. Then we have something property called application alias. So what is this application alias? Uh, it is just a short name for the application without spaces. If we add any spaces, it will be replaced with a dash. So where this application alias will be used. And if I change this alias, what are the effect to the existing application? Okay. So first thing we will see here, we have an application alias something like my dash a first dash apex application. So when I see this application, So here we have that in as a part of the application URL. So this is the workspace, this is the application alias. So if I change this alias to something else, so before the alias was my first Apex application, now I am changing to my first Apex app alias changed. Okay, so just for understanding purpose, I am having adding this changed keyword so that we will see the difference. So I will just click apply changes so that it will take a new alias. Okay, the application is successfully saved with new alias. Then I will just refresh the application so that we can see whether that alias name change, whether it make any difference or not. Okay, so now it is giving some error message. Sorry, this page isn't available or application not found. So contact your application admin. So why this is giving error means, so it is trying to search this application alias within this workspace. So as this application alias is not exist, so it is giving application not found error. So whenever we change application alias, so it is developer duty or the person whoever is handling the application. So it's his duty to share the new application link to all the existing users. So in this time, so if I try to access many times, it will not access because the URL of the application is wrong. So how to get the new application link? So now if I want to access the application, how to get new link? So we can just replace the alias with, and also we can notice this whatever application alias I have entered in a lowercase letter, but when I hit apply changes, automatically it converted to uppercase format. But this is not a case sensitive. So in the URL, if we enter in uppercase or lowercase, that doesn't make any difference. So that is not a case sensitive, but it should be same name as mentioned here. So instead of that, I will just replace this with new alias name, and we try to access the application. So this time we can notice we are able to successfully able to access the application. And we can notice here, so I entered in uppercase and still we are able to access the application. That means the alias name here in the URL is not a case sensitive. It should be upper, lower, or camel case. It will not make any difference. But when we enter the alias, so it will be if we enter in lowercase also, it will be automatically converted into uppercase. So like this, we can just get the new URL and we can just share across the existing users. And again, one more thing, while copying the application link, so this session ID is not a mandatory because for each user, it will be getting changed automatically. So we need to just copy the link till here up to the page or up to the application. Then we can just copy and share across the user. So like this. Then I will just close this. So this is one way of getting the new application link. Then we can just run up to changing the application alias. We can just rerun the application so that it will just open the application with new alias without any interrupt. And we can copy the new link and we can share across the users. So that is application alias. Then here we have version. So what is this version and where it will show and how to change? Changing the version number, it is very easy. So whenever we create any new application, it will by default it will create with this release 1.0. Then where it is showing, it is not showing anywhere here in the login page, but let me log in, then we'll see where it is showing. So is this visible? It is showing at the below corner.
Yes, Bhumi.
Yeah. So whatever application version we provide, it will show in the corner here. Then if I want to change the release number, so when in real time when we will change the release, suppose assume that, so this is the initial version of the application. Then assume that there was a button here, and that button functionality is not doing proper work. So when user click the button, it is throwing any error. Then assume that the application testing team has just raised a bug there, and the developer is resolved, and again he is going to release the new application for solving that bug, right? So in that case we will just do the version change in real time. So if there is a minor version change, minor bug changes, we will follow like this 1.0.1, like this. If there is a major change, assume that, so currently this application is blank entirely, and we have added so many menus, so many functionalities, so many dashboards. It is a big change. So in that case, so we will directly go with 2.0 version. So like that we can just provide the release number. So now our application is release 1.1, release 1.0 or 1.0. Then I will just change the release, then apply changes. Then when user start accessing the application, it will immediately reflect the version or release number. So that is about a release. Then we have something called here application group. So currently we don't have any application group here. So we can just categorize and assign the application group. For example, assume that, so within this workspace, we are developing multiple application for HR department or for financing department or QC department, so that we can just create a application group. So again, who can create the application group? The workspace admin can create the application group. So I have a role of application admin, sorry, workspace admin. So I will just type here, application group. So when I type application group, so it is doing a global search for within this workspace, and it is showing the application group, it is existing. Sorry. So it is showing the path where the application group is exist. So it is within the app builder, and within that we have workspace utilities. Then within workspace utilities we have application groups. So even if we are a new developer, so if we don't know also, we can easily navigate just by searching the keywords. So here something application group is mentioned. As a new developer, I don't know what is this. Then I can just click here in the global search. Then it will show the path where we can create the application group. So I will just hit this application group. I will create one application group. So it went to app builder, workspace utilities, then application groups. So I can also, if I know where can I create the application group, so as an experienced developer, I can just go to workspace utilities without searching. Then within that workspace utilities, I can just go to application group. So if I go back one step, so here we can able to see application groups. Yeah, so here we have application group. So like this, we can just search or we can navigate through the available links. I will just create one group here. So like this, we can create a number of groups. There is no limitation. So far I have created two groups. Then I will again go back to my original application, or the application in which I am working. So uh, we can directly go to app builder, or if we already open a application in separate tab. So currently I am working in this application, it's already open, and I can see here a developer toolbar. So if I directly without like if I want to directly go to that application for editing purpose, just click here using the developer toolbar. Just click on the app and edit icon. So it will take us to that application directly. So here we can notice it went to that application. Then just click here and assign the application group. So I assigned this application as a HR group. Then just click apply changes, so it will be saved. So again, what is the use and why we need to do the grouping for the application? So when we have a lot of application, like assume that we have 50 application within this workspace, and suddenly some director or CEO ask for, give me all the application we Apex team is developed for HR team or HR department. Then as a developer or workspace admin, we can directly go to app builder. So we can take this report. Then just here we have more columns also. I can just click on actions. Then here I can just move that application group. So here we can see I can just move application group, filter with HR apps, so that it will list all the application. Then I can just download this report and share. So otherwise, so we need to manually identify which all application we developed for HR department. So that is the purpose of grouping the applications. Or another use case, so suppose assume that so we need to move all HR applications to another server. So in that case, we can easily identify what are the applications we developed for HR department, and we can easily take the export and move to another server. Then here, yeah, so far we have covered names. Then we have properties. So here we have friendly URL. So what is this friendly URL, and what is its functionality? So when we see the application URL, so it is currently showing the host and some path, then workspace, then application name, and page name. If I just disable this, and we will see the if there is any difference within this link. I will just refresh. There is no difference. So let me run the application again. I will close this. So now, if you guys notice here, the application link is totally changed to some other format. So if I go to home page, so it is showing totally different. So it is showing host and it is showing the apex path. Then it is added something like F question mark P. Then we have some number here 44614. Then we have a colon, then some number, then again some number and colon colon, something like this. So that means this is also in previous version of Apex, like Apex 5.0, 4.0. In those versions, there is no concept called friendly URL. There is no concept called friendly URL in recent versions, like version number 18.0, 19. Then 18 onwards. So it is introduced as a friendly URL. If we see here, it is very hard to understand what is this, right? But if I will open another application. So if I see this your application link, I can easily say that okay, so maybe this is some application is there, and seeing this login, so we can at least little bit understand. Okay, this is the login page link, but here there is no hint. So that is the difference between friendly URL. So if we enable the friendly URL property, we will it will show the application link as like this. If we disable that, it will show the application link like this. Again, here we need to know what is this number, what is this number, what is this number. So any guess what is this number?
Is it application ID?
Yes. So as we see here, so 44614, that is the application ID. But in friendly URL, application ID was replaced by application alias. So if you see here, it is replaced by application alias. But if we disable the friendly URL property, so it will be replaced with we can able to access the application by entering the application ID. Then we have a colon separator. Then we have something called one. So this one is a page number. So if I want to move to page number 2, so I can just change here and I can move. And again, there are security features. It will not allow to tamper the URL. So because everything security wise, it is handled very well. Then here we have, this is the page number and we have a session ID here. So in the friendly URL, so session ID, we can know that session equal to this, but here it is generating the session ID, but there is no keyword called session here. So the format is like this when we disable the friendly URL. Again, I will just enable, then click apply changes. So if the application is already open and if I do a run, so it will not change the link. I will just close and I will rerun so that it will take the new application link. So you can notice it is taken the new application link as a friendly URL. Then here we have something called allow feedback. So it is very easy to understand. If this is enabled, so end user can able to do the feedback. So and again here, if if we disable this as a application level, then while adding the feature page, so we are not able to add a feedback page there. That checkbox itself, it will not show for adding the feedback. So at application level, we are disabling the feedback page. Then logging. So what is this logging? So if this is enabled, so it will create the log like if there is any login or if there is any page access happen, it will do the application logging if this is enabled. So uh, so when we need to disable this one, so assume that there is a huge topic application is there, means one application we developed and a lot of users is using that application on daily basis, and we need to have better performance for the application. Then we can just disable this logging so that performance will be better, faster compared to when it is enabled. So for just so far we have already enabled the logging for this application, and where can we see that? So here we have monitor activity, right? So when we go to monitor activity, so we can see page views by users. There is a lot of options available here. I will just go to one, and also we can see the errors here. So like this, if it is if there is any error session 100 or something, so it will we are able to see the errors here. But logging, so we can see some logs here. Yeah, so it will when the logging is enabled, it will do the automatic logging like for each activity it will do the log, and we are able to see which user for what time, which application is accessed, what are the changes he did. So everything we are able to see uh, if that logging is enabled. And again, when this is useful, the logging. So assume that you are working as a developer and you are handling the you are developing and also you are handling a production support application. So you are a senior resource and there is a you have a production application access, and if there is any issue is occurred at some session for some user, so you need to know what is the error and why it is caused. So you can directly go to monitor activity and you can just go to that application errors and you can search error for particularly for that user, and it will show the exception and error details. So you can easily debug and fix the error. Then debugging, if this is enabled, it will create the debug option. So here we have something called debug. So while developing the application, if there is any error occur, so we can easily trace the error if this is enabled. Then we have compatibility mode. So here we are able to choose all the Apex versions. So as a compatibility. So by default, whenever we do upgrade for workspaces, so automatically it will be compatible with new version. So here we started developing application from application 24.2. So it is automatically taken this one. If we are there in previous old version, so we can see here pre 4.1. It is started like 4.1. Before that also there is a number, but this is at least a stable version. 4.1, 4.2, 5.0. Then after 5.1 version, they immediately do the naming changes like version number change to 18.1, 18.2, 19.1. So like this. So there is a big changes happened after the fifth version. So they didn't give a 6.0, 6.2. They gave the number like 18.1, 18.2 in the year of 2018. This one I will just skip for now. Then we will see what is this application email from address. So, so here we have a application. I assume that we have some email sending notification within this application. For example, when the employees applied for a leave, we are sending email notification to his manager for approval. In that case, for sending email, there should be some from email, right? So it should email should go from some from ID. So we will define the from address at application level so that whatever emails we send, it will automatically take the default email as this one, from email as this one. If we don't give a from email in our code, email sending code, it will take by default this one. If this is also a blank, if we don't add this one, and if we don't add from email within the code, it will throw the error and the mail will not send to the recipient. So that is, we can configure from ID, from email ID at application level. So we can just enter some valid email here and just click apply changes so that this will be shared. So this I will just skip because this is a big concept. So for now it is not required. This, and this, and these remaining part we will just keep and we will see later. I will just do the save here, like for whatever changes I have done so far. Then availability. So what is this availability? So if we see availability tab, we have status, we have build status, and we have some message for unavailable application, and we have something, some text area here. So what is the current status for this application? So application 44614, what is the current status? Current status is available with developer toolbar. So what are other options available here? We have just available status, available with the developer toolbar, available to developers only, restricted access, unavailable, unavailable status shown with PL SQL, unavailable redirect to URL. So this means currently the application can be accessible with the developer toolbar. So here we can see we are able to see developer toolbar. If I just disable this, I will sorry, I will change from available with developer toolbar to available, and we will see the difference. We'll just refresh the application. So now we can notice that toolbar, developer toolbar, immediately disappeared because at application level we have disabled the toolbar. So if you are developing the application and if you didn't see a developer toolbar, even if you log in to the workspace and running the application, so one place you need to check is, so you need to go to application definition, go to availability, and just check this status available. If this is just available, so you are not able to see the developer toolbar, then again you can just switch to this and just click apply changes so that you are able to see that developer toolbar. Then we have something called available to developers only. So what is this? Sorry. So available to developers only. So as the name says, available to developers only, we'll just click apply changes. And I will just run the application. I will close it and run again. Yes, the application can be still accessible, but the developer toolbar is still not visible, because when the status is available with developer toolbar, then only it will be shown. But here the application is accessible. So what is this status means? Available to developers only. Available to developers only. So what I will do, I will go to admin and I will create another user with another role. So this is a better practice, like always. So currently I am in this tab. So if I just click this one, I will lose this, and again I need to re-navigate to this property if I want to change. So always try to open any extra. So I am here, I want to do some other tasks. So I will go here and just click access the that functionality using new tab, so that you will not lose the existing work, and you can just still continue using the same work after doing some other task here. So I'm here, I'm in between, and I need to create some user. So access to that user, adding functionality our page in new tab. I will just click create user. I will just add some user. So here, while adding the user, just username and email address is mandatory. So first name, last name, description, those are not mandatory. So by default, all the like account privileges like admin, developer, so these things will be disabled. So if I don't select any role here, admin role or developer role, so uh, the user is considered as an end user. I need to enter the password while creating the user. So you can see the password. Just verify the password. Then below here, while adding the user, we have something called require a change of password on first use. If this is enabled, uh, so what is this use means? If this is enabled and when we create the user, when this user is trying to access the application for the first time, so again it will prompt for reset password. So here as an admin, I have created the application, I know the password. So for security reason, if I didn't choose this as an admin, I am able to see this user password. So in real time also, if we are creating any user, it is better to enable this option, so that when this particular user access the application, so it will prompt for reset the password. So user need to reset, otherwise he is not able to access the application. Until he reset the password, it will show the prompt for changing the password. So we'll just keep this enabled and just click create user. So it is giving invalid username. So why? Because there is some validation, like password does not convert to the step password complexity. So let me add without space. It will not accept space here. We can just click here and see what are the criteria we need to enter the password. So whatever question mark we see here in for each items or each properties. So this is called as a help section. So by clicking this question mark, it will give some short description. Then there is a password complexity rule, like there should be one uppercase, lowercase. So for that purpose, it is throwing the error. I will create another password. So it is not accepting password. So let me take another. I'll just copy this password, then put it here. Okay, the user is created successfully. Now I try to access this application as this user. So what is the role assigned for this user? We can see here end user. So if this user is trying to access this workspace, so he is not able to access the application as a developer, but he can able to access the application as a end user. So I will just log out and try to access the application as a end user. So what is the username we have provided? User underscore ABC. So user underscore ABC, and provided the same password. Then just click sign in. So what is the message we are showing? It is showing it allow to log in, but it is showing some message here. This application is currently unavailable at this time. So why this is showing? Because the status of the application we have set as a available to developers only. So it validated this user, and it checked the role of that user, and as per the status, it is not allowing end users to access the application. So when we will do this change, assume that there is a live server, production or a live application, and we are doing some bug fixing or something. Then we want to make the application down. In that case, and also only developers need to see whether the applied bug changes are fixed properly or not. So in that case, so developer first, they will just access the application, and if everything is went good, so they will just change the status to available, so that end user can able to access the application and they can do the data entry task, or they can use the application. So like that, we will just make the application down by changing the application status. Then here we have something called, I will just finish this, then I will close today's session, then we will continue tomorrow. Just 1 or 2 minutes. Then we have something called restricted access. So what is this restricted access? So application is available to developers named in restrict to comma separated user list. So here I can again we can restrict the application access to particular user. So currently I have one developer here. Assume that we have another developer like Harsha, Nihar, something like that. So I can, if I want to just provide access to Harsha and Nihar, I can just put their username here as a comma separated value, so that only those two developers can access the application. That is restricted access. Then unavailable. If I make this as a unavailable, then the application it is not available for any user like developer, admin, or end user. It will not. It will just show the application is currently unavailable. That message. Then unavailable status with PL SQL. So if we just put it here, this one. So then we can define the PL SQL functions so that that function we can return some value. So I will show that example in upcoming session. Then unavailable redirect to URL. So here, when we set this status, assume that we have some well-designed page like with animations and all, like application not available. So we can easily provide some URL and we can navigate to that particular page when we set the status as redirect to URL. So these two options I will show in upcoming sessions, but I think it's clear how to make the downtime down application down for production or live or for development instances. Then we have like error handling, global notifications. These things we will know at least for now. If we know these things, that is enough. So each one of we will know easily. Any query, guys, so far?
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
Uh, yeah. I think Nihal yesterday was asking one query like how to add user as an end user. So you can just go to your workspace, then go to manage user sign group. Then you can just create the user like how I did today. Then don't choose any developer or admin role. Just keep them as default. Then it will create the user as a end user. Yeah. So and also yesterday I have created a poll for real-time application. So that poll voting line will end today at 6 p.m. Indian time. So after that, for which application we got more votes, I will take that as an example. But you guys can take other two application, or you can redevelop the whatever application I cover. And if you want to, if you guys are interested, you can take other two as a assignment task, and you can reach me for any support if you need. Okay. So just I got everyone has got access to workspace. You guys are created, and just practice whatever things I'm covering. Okay, that is enough. And also in the Google Drive, I updated the interview questions. So within this course material folder, so at first we can able to see Oracle Apex interview question and answer. So for now we have very like whatever we have little questions here. We have around 10 questions. So this file will get updated like uh, suppose assume that today we covered some topic. So on daily basis or weekly basis, this will be updated, and you guys can just look the questions like important questions and practice for interview. So day by day basis. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.